Hello everyone, I welcome you all to yet another discussion session of the CAT 2023, and in today's class we will be taking up the slot 3 of CAT 2023 paper. So let's get started with the questions. Next, 15th one. A fruit seller has a stock of mangoes, bananas and apples. Mangoes, bananas and apples with at least one fruit of each type. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes make up 40% of his stock. So this is beginning of the day. So suppose the total stock was some 5x. So what will be 40% of this? It will be 2x. So 2x number of mangoes were there. That day he sells half of mangoes. So number of items sold and then number of items remaining. He sold half the number of mangoes, that means the other half is remaining. 96 bananas he sold. Now how many bananas initially were there? We don't know anything about that, and 40% of the apples he says. So whatever is the number of apples, 40% of that he is selling it off. So let's assume the number of apples to be 5a, so that it's convenient for us to calculate 40% of that number. So what will be 40% sold of 5a? That will be 2a. So we'll be left with 3a. Number of apples. Now also notice this plus this should be 5x. So if this is 2x, this and this should be adding up to 3x. If this is 5a, can I say this will be 3x minus 5a? Number of bananas initially at the beginning of the day. Out of that we are selling off 96. So that means how many bananas should be left? So 3x minus 5a minus 96. This is the number of bananas that should be left at the end of the day. At the end of the day, he ends up selling 50% of the fruits. So 50% of the fruit would mean what? So whatever is sold should be equal to whatever is remaining. Only then we can say 50% of the fruit is sold. Then he says the smallest possible total number of fruits in the stock at the beginning of the day. So he's asking us what is the minimum value of 5x. So indirectly we want minimum value for x. Okay. So if that is the case, so number of items sold should be equal to number of items remaining. This is anyways equal x and x. So can I say this group should be equal to this group. So what is that? 96 plus 2a. The number of items sold of bananas and apples should be equal to number of items remaining. Number of fruits remaining of bananas and apples. So when you solve this, what do we get here? So this is minus 2a. Minus 96 will come here, will be 96 plus 96, 192. It will be 4a, and this is what? Minus 3x. So 4a minus 3x, is it correct? 1 second. No, 1 second. It should be the other way around here. So it is minus 7 plus 3. So it's 3x minus 4a, it is right? 3x minus 4a will be 192. Now here by observation we can simply say the value of x by observation the value of x by observation can be 64, but if you take x as 64, a will end up being 0. But is the value of a as 0 allowed? We can say it's not allowed, because then number of apples at the beginning of the day will be 0. Somewhere he said he has a stock of mangoes, bananas and apples with at least one fruit of each type. So that means a cannot be 0. So let's go for the next higher solution. What could be the next higher solution? Increase this by 4. Increase this by 3. I hope we know the concept of special equations. The value of x will keep on increasing by the coefficient of the other variable. The value of the other variable will increase by coefficient of x. So it will be 3. So 68 and 3 is the next solution. And can I say this is the least value of x that will satisfy? 64 was the least value, but that gave us contradictory results because a becomes 0 there. So thus can I say the least value of x will be 68, and I want the least value of 5x, and hence can I say my answer will be 5 into 68, which happens to be 340. So thus the number of fruits in the stock at the beginning of the day has to be 340. That's the answer.